Hey guys, what is up? Okay, we are going to be going into a tutorial channel over here on Lords Mobile, right? Of course, I'm most likely going to be posting Dragon Arena videos, Rally Lead videos, all types of stuff, right? But I'm also going to be making explanation videos on different things and going to be trying to help out as much as I can to new players or people who just don't know what to do, where to go, what packs to buy in the store. You know what I'm talking about, right? Anyone who just needs help with their account or wants suggestions, advice, tips, that's what we're going to be doing. So, what I'm going to be covering today is heroes, squads, and formations. Okay. Specifically in a blast set, not a mix, not a fort, nothing like that. We're just going to be covering blast sets today, right? And the first thing I want to talk about when I start this is that your heroes that you should have, right? Sometimes I'll see people who have like sorry, I thought my hero got released. It's not blacked out. I was like, huh? But now it is up there. Anyway, back on topic, okay? Uh what I see a lot of people have with their heroes and their blast battalions is I'll see someone with like Oathkeeper or the Sea Squire with like Scarlet Bolt or something like that, right? As their leader. And it's not great to have those as your leader, right? Sometimes I'll see people say, oh, it's because I want this construction boost or I want this max energy boost. Those are passive skills. So you don't have to have those as your leader to get the boost from those skills. Something like infantry defense, which is a troop in battle boost, you do have to have as your leader, right? But walled is wall defense a passive skill? This was a bad one to click on. Soul Forger. This gold production, that's a passive skill. You don't have to have him as your leader to get this gold supply management. He automatically gives you this the moment you train him, or the moment you hire the hero, you take him up. Once he's at gold, you get this 150% boost, right? So there's like he gives 30 infantry attack, right? He's not a bad hero, but there are much better options to have as your leader. And why that is because if you have an infantry hero, like a specific infantry hero, not like Watcher or Berserker, if you have like Soul Forger as your hero or your leader, you're going to have an infantry leader in your ranged march. You're going to have an infantry hero in your cavalry march. And that's not something you really want. The best types of heroes to have as your leader are heroes that give army max HP, army attack, uh, you know, army defense is not as good. I really wouldn't base your leader off of army defense, but Chaos Dragon is a good hero choice. He gives 25% army attack. Stormfox gives 20% army attack and 25 army HP. You know, if you've got to go free to play, you don't have pay to play heroes, choose Rose Knight. Rose Knight is a great hero to have as your leader. She gives 50 cavalry HP and 20 army attack. Same with Watcher. The same with Bomb and Goblin. He gives 20 army attack. And it doesn't matter that those don't align to your sets, like Bomb and Goblin and your cavalry. And why that is because there's only 4 squads per troop type. There's 4 squads, and there's 1 hero per each squad. So every squad will have its own hero, and if you have a 5th hero, it'll kind of just sit over here in the back when you're in a march, or when you're in an attack, attacking a castle, a dark nest, a tile, whatever it may be that you're attacking. That hero will just sit in the back and not do anything. So it's best to have an army stat hero boosting all of your troops, that you don't have to constantly swap your leader out every time you want to send a different type of march. It's best to have an army attack hero. 4 infantry squads, 4 cavalry squads, and 4 ranged squads, and it's the same in every single one, right? Now, I'm going to go over the best types of, well, the best formations to use for attacking, right? So if you're sending a ranged march, what would you think you need to send, right? A ranged phalanx, a ranged wedge? Not particularly. You want to send a cavalry wedge, right? It puts your ranged troops at the back, and it puts these at the front, okay? And when you're sending a ranged blast, you're like, well, aren't I sending full ranged on this? Yes, you are. But when you send a ranged march, you want to send buffers with that march, aka you want to send very few infantry and very few cavalry, so that your ranged are in the back and you have buffers in the front to take the first couple of hits before the enemy's wall goes down. And why you want to do that is because if you send a ranged march at someone and you don't send any buffers with it, the infantry and the cavalry inside of the castle will come out of the castle wall, and they will automatically turn into a infantry phalanx, and they will start attacking you before the wall even drops. So if you're sending a ranged march, you always want to send buffers with it. Same with the infantry march, cavalry march. You always want to send some buffers with it. And you send a ranged march in cavalry wedge, of course. You send a cavalry march, either in ranged phalanx or infantry wedge, and you send an infantry march in infantry phalanx. Oh, but I thought you said you needed the main force at the back. I did say that, but there's one problem with infantry. It's that they're slow. They are extremely slow. So if you put them all the way here at the back, these buffers aren't really going to mean anything, because they're all going to die before these even reach the wall. So the best thing you can do when you're sending an infantry march is to actually send it in infantry phalanx. You'll end up doing a lot more damage because your infantry are closer to the wall, and you'll break it down faster. But your cavalry and your ranged, you always want those in the back. And you can send cavalry either in ranged phalanx or in infantry wedge. It doesn't matter which one you choose. I personally use ranged phalanx, but you can use infantry wedge if you want. It's basically the exact same. There's not really any difference. But for an infantry march, you always want to go infantry phalanx. But I think that does it for this video. Why don't you go on and like, subscribe, and if you have any questions or any suggestions for what I should cover next, why don't you drop those down in the comments. But I will see you in the next video.